Going through a breakup for any man is extremely painful, but it hits you a lot harder when you're in your 30s. And me personally, I've been through a lot of breakups before, but the one that really damaged me was 2 years ago when I was 34 years old. I was in a relationship with a woman for 7 years. We had a house together, we had vehicles together, and she decided to exit the relationship, and I was left at a very low point in my life. Right, 34 years old, having to find myself again, pick up the pieces in life. I was going through a whole other set of life issues at the time, but I'm so grateful it happened to me. I'm so grateful she broke up with me because it made me into the man I am today. This YouTube channel wouldn't exist if it wasn't for that breakup, the pain, the adversity that I was faced with. Being a man in his 30s, feeling lost, feeling broken. So I want to help you, move forward, get over this breakup, especially if you're in your 30s. Therefore, you can focus on rebuilding yourself and attracting an even better quality woman. So let's get into it. Now, you need to understand, firstly, why it's difficult for us men in our 30s, to go through a breakup. Why does it actually hit us harder? And it comes down to three main reasons, right? Firstly, it's going through the breakup itself. The breakup itself is painful. Us men, we suffer a lot more than women do when it comes to breakups. Why? It's because of our primal brains. Our brains are from 1,000 years ago. And our brains try to convince us that that person that we're in a relationship with, that woman that left you, was a woman that you were going to procreate with. She was part of your tribe. And now that she's gone, your mind's gone crazy, right? It's doing everything in its power to try and reconcile that relationship. It doesn't understand that she's gone. It doesn't want to accept that she's gone. So you have to fight your brain, right? That primal brain of yours. So you're going through that. The second reason is you're dealing with the loneliness as a result of the breakup. You're lacking self-love. You feel very alone, right? You don't have many friends at this point in your life. Being in your 30s, your social circle is a lot more smaller. It's not like how we were when we were in our 20s, right? Having, a bunch of friends, having bad habits with these friends, right? When you're 30s, you kind of understand which direction you want to go. Or more or less, when you were in that relationship with that person, you stopped hanging around your friends, right? So you lost that connection with certain mates. So now you're trapped alone in your thoughts, right? And the third reason is being in your 30s, right? So it's all hitting you at once. Being in your 30s, you're at the halfway point in your life. You've got the pressure of life itself. You're lacking purpose. You've lost your way. You're feeling empty. Life feels dull. So you're dealing with all these three things at once, right? And that's why it's a major blow. And that's what hits us harder in our 30s for us men. And when you stack up those three together, right? The breakup itself, going through the loneliness, dealing with being in your 30s, it keeps you trapped in that fear mindset, okay? And that fear mindset is going to try and hold you back in life, right? It tries to convince you that she was the only one for you. You're not going to be able to meet another person. You're running out of time. No one's going to understand you like she did. I wish she came back to me. So we need to focus on changing that mindset, right? That fear mindset that you're trapped in, and change that into a love and abundance mindset. And that's what I want to help you do in today's video. But more or less, you need to understand and take complete responsibility. Why did she leave the relationship? And this is the number one reason. You got complacent. You more than likely entered that relationship with no purpose, right? Thinking that a woman would fill that empty void inside. So everything was good during that honeymoon stage. And as that relationship progressed, she started to lose her desire towards you. Why? Because you were complacent. Or you got complacent further in the relationship. And that's what happened to me, right? Throughout the 15 years that I've been in relationships, the number one reason why women would break up with me was because I got complacent. Okay, I wasn't striving for more. I didn't have purpose. I thought that that woman was going to make me feel complete. And I didn't take responsibility. That's why every relationship that I got in, yeah, it was fine for the first couple of years. And then after that, I just kept feeling empty inside, right? And that would reflect in my relationship. The woman would lose her desire towards me and then she would break up with me in majority of my relationships. So getting complacent is something that you really need to focus on. You need to take complete responsibility of fixing that. So therefore, your life completely changes for the better. And not only that, when you enter your next relationship, you won't be complacent. You won't get complacent. Because I'm going to help you build that frame, build that purpose as a man, so you can attract an even better quality woman. So just understand, this is God's plan, right? There's a reason why she left. She did you a favor. This is a massive test that you're going through. She left you so you can fix that issue, right? That complacency, so you can build your purpose. And once you build your purpose, that's when your life completely changes. That's when you no longer have an empty void inside, right? Because you're operating through love and abundance. And that's when you start attracting good things in your life, right? God wants you to realign yourself mentally, physically, and spiritually. Be the 2.0 version of yourself. Come back stronger. Fight this adversity. Come out on the other side. This is what God wants, right? And when you do this, He will reward you with a better woman, right? He'll put the right woman in front of you at the right time. That's how I met my current partner. I didn't go chasing her. I didn't go on no dating website. He literally put her in front of me at the right time because I was ready to receive. I did the inner work. I took responsibility. I no longer had resentment for my ex-partners for leaving me, regardless of the situation. I took ownership and I became a better man. I changed the way I viewed the world, the way I perceived things. I was operating through love and abundance. So I only attracted a woman who was positive, who was also operating through love and abundance. So that's what I'm saying. This is crucial, right? It's crucial that you take complete responsibility and come back stronger. Build a 2.0 version of yourself. Completely change your life. And I'm telling you, you will attract a better woman. And when you attract that better woman, you'll be able to maintain that relationship. Your life will completely change also in other areas. God wants you to go through this so you can change your life. And when you change your life, He'll reward you with good things. And one of those things will be a beautiful woman who will complement your life, who will be good energy, who supports your mission, who only wants what's best for you, who tries her best to keep you happy. Understand that right person will come once you become right. So it's the internal work you need to work on, right? Focus on. So what's the plan? How can we fix this? How can we move forward? I'm going to share with you exactly what worked for me. We need to focus on changing that fear mindset that you're currently trapped in. Because I get it, you're in your 30s, right? And we need to change that to a love and abundance mindset. You need to feel whole. You need to feel complete within. You need to change that operating system. So obviously, no contact is a brainer. I'm not going to get deep into no contact. I've made a separate video on that. So if you haven't watched that video, how to execute no contact correctly, do that. Watch that video. And we do no contact so we can therefore rewire our brain, right? Our primal brain will start to understand that that person is no longer in the picture. And therefore we get to then focus on building ourselves, right? We have no distractions in the way. It's like when you're addicted to drugs, right? In order to no longer be addicted, right? You need to give your brain 30 days to heal, right? You need to stay away from that particular substance. And then after 30 days, your brain starts to rewire itself and it starts to understand that that drug, even that woman is no longer coming back in your life, right? You no longer are dependent on that drug. You're no longer dependent on that person. So no contact is huge. Your primal brain will start to understand that she's not coming back in the picture, and it will allow you to start moving forward. And And that's when you can properly heal, right? But you must execute the no contact rule for 30 days, all right? No questions asked. And during that no contact stage, that's the time where you focus on yourself, right? That's the time where you focus on destroying the old version of you and rebuilding yourself into a 2.0 version, right? Fix that complacency issue. The reason why she left. The reason why your life is the way it is right now. You need to focus on building that purpose as a man, right? You're at the halfway point. Time's something we can't get back, right? We can't buy back time. So we can't afford to make more mistakes being in our 30s. We're at the halfway point. So it's either you're all in or you're just going to be stuck in this fear mindset. So focus on building a new 2.0 version of yourself, a man that operates with purpose. What is your purpose? I also made a video on that. But it's be the best version of yourself, mentally, physically, and spiritually. And when you're the best version of yourself, you start striving for more. You don't settle for less. You want a better life. You want a better career, a better woman, a better social circle, better network of friends, right? You'll end up striving. You'll end up receiving that back. And that's your baseline purpose as a man, right? Being the best version of yourself. Give that man back to the world. Be that role model in your own life. And that's when good things start happening in your life. That's when doors start opening. And you build that 2.0 version of yourself through your daily system, right? Through your daily habits, from the time you wake up to the time you go to sleep, reaching those small goals, building that momentum, staying consistent, focusing on getting 1% better through your daily habits. And the byproduct of that, once you keep stacking up those daily wins, build that momentum on a daily basis, you end up changing your frequency, right? So you go from operating from your lower self, the man trapped with that fear mindset, to your highest self, operating with high frequency, operating with love and abundance, feeling complete, having that self-love, that gratitude, that peace within. That's what you want. That's when you're aligned with your purpose. That's when you're operating through your highest self. We're all magnets, we're all energy beings, right? When you change your frequency, your whole life changes, your worldview changes. The way you perceive things. Your frequency is what you frequently see. And because we're magnets, whatever frequency we're tuned into is what we receive back into our lives, right? So when you're operating with your highest self, when you've got love and abundance, when you don't need external things to make you feel whole, to make you feel complete, to make you feel validated, you feel good within, you're grateful for all the simple things in your life, that's when you start to attract good things in your life, because you're not desperate, you're not seeking those things. You don't need those things to feel complete. You're good alone. You don't need to rely on people. And that's when the man above will start giving you or rewarding you, beautiful things in your life. That's when doors start opening in your life. That's what completely happened to me. Instead of focusing on the end results, I focused on building a better version of myself, changing that operating system, fixing my internal state. And once my internal state was good, that's when my life started to change. That's when doors started opening, opportunities started coming to me. My self-esteem went up right through that daily system. My self-worth went up. I strived for more. That's when I was tapped into my purpose. I didn't settle for less. And because you experience these high frequency emotions, and because you've also experienced the low frequency emotions, right? The shame, the guilt, the anger, the resentment, the regret, that fear mindset, you don't want to go backwards. You don't want to go back to that old self. So when you're operating through that high frequency mindset, that love and abundance, you only attract those things back into your life. You've got control over your life at this point. You've got control over your mind. You're able to choose who you attract into your life. You don't have to settle for less, get desperate and just be like, I'm running out of time. I need to find a girl. Right? That's your fear mindset talking. You're able to set boundaries. You'll only accept high frequency individuals into your life, right? People that bring out the best in you, a woman that brings out the best in you, a woman that supports you, You don't tolerate low frequency behavior down here. You only tolerate that high frequency individuals that match you on that level, that energy level. We're all energy beings. So you're able to set clear boundaries in your life because you have control. And because you're operating this way, because now you've built that purpose as a man, you've got that masculine frame. When God rewards you with that woman, which he will, he'll put her in front of you at the right time, when you least expect it, when you've done that internal work, you're able to then maintain that relationship with that person, right? Because of that daily system, because you're experiencing that high frequency through your daily actions, through those daily habits. You just keep maintaining those habits or that daily system when you get in your next relationship, right? And you just maintain it. And that's going to allow you to operate with purpose, operate with love and abundance. Be a man that she has genuine burning desire towards, right? And you maintain her genuine burning desire through you maintaining your masculine frame through that daily system. That's all it is. And I'm telling you, that's what worked for me. That's what's working for me in my current relationship. That's why my partner has genuine desire towards me, because I've got purpose. I'm striving for more. She's not my sole focus in my life. My purpose comes first, right? Helping others, making YouTube content, helping my coaching clients get results, all these things, right? She knows this comes first. And it's not being selfish, it's just I'm striving for more. And women, if you understand women's psychology, they're attracted to men who can lead. And a man who has control, who can lead his life, who's in control of his emotions, can look after someone else's emotions, right? That's what it comes down to. And that's why women have genuine burning desire towards some men. But when we get complacent, they lose that desire, right? Because we're not striving for more. They're hardwired to be attracted to leaders. When we get complacent, we're not leading the relationship. She has to then fill that leadership role. So she doesn't look at you as a long-term partner in that instance or that circumstance. So therefore she'll break up with you and leave and look for a man who's a leader, right? Someone she can have a family with. And it's fair enough, right? I don't argue with that at all. I'm actually for that. I see where a woman's coming from, right? A lot of men say, oh, it's a woman's fault, it's a woman's fault. But no, it's our fault as men. We get complacent, we lose our leadership role in the relationship, then the dynamic changes. You go from leader to follower, right? When you're meant to lead, she's meant to follow. And that's why women break up with us men. So you got to make sure that you maintain that masculine frame, you bring that into your next relationship, you keep it going, it's non-negotiable, you get yourself right. Then you're able to be the right role model to those closest around you, right? And she will look up to you. My partner, she looks up to me. The habits that I follow on a daily basis, she has her own personal development routine, right? When you're the right role model, those around you want to mimic you, right? Because they can see the way that you're operating, that high frequency. They want a piece of that. You become a good influence to those around you, right? So understand it is crucial. Take responsibility, where you went wrong, how you got complacent. Know that you can fix this. I'm living proof that you can do it, right? If I can do it, you can do it. There's nothing special about me. I was willing to just take responsibility and do whatever it took to rebuild myself, rebuild my life. I wasn't getting any younger. I took ownership of all my mistakes. I rebuilt myself. I destroyed the old me. And that's when doors started opening in my life. That's when the man above started to reward me with things in my life, right? The desires that I wanted, but I wasn't focusing on those desires. I focused on me as a person. And that's when your life truly starts to change. So look, man, I hope you got some sort of value from this. If you need help getting over this breakup, building that purpose as a man, building that masculine frame, recreating yourself into a 2.0 version, destroying the old you, this is what I help my clients do. I know what works because I've been through it myself. So you'll be learning from someone that's been through it, someone that's been in relationships for 15 years, made a lot of mistakes, even in life. And I help my clients get those results, right? They see results in 1 to 2 weeks. So my blueprint, it works 100%. You're learning from someone with experience, and I can help you get those results. If you've got that fire within, to make that change, if you're at that stage where you know if you don't do anything, your life's going to stay exactly the same, and you don't want to live a life of regret, you can click the link down below and I can help you. We can get on a call. We can see if we can work together. But other than that, look, hope you got some value from today's video. If you're new to my channel, hit the subscribe button. It really helps me keep making more valuable content. I just share what I've been through, how I improved my life, what worked for me. And I just keep this channel very straightforward, very real. But yeah, if you like the video, it also helps the algorithm. Give it a like, and also your comments. Please drop your comments down below. And I'd love to hear what you're going through as a man, being in his 30s. Your story could also help someone else. But yeah, look, ending the video here. As you can see, it looks like it's going to start raining any minute. But yeah, I hope you have a blessed and beautiful day, and I'll see you in the next video.